a rotation is an isometry where a figure turns or pivots around a center. So if I have down here in this diagram, if this is my center of rotation and this is my pre-image, what's happening is to get to A prime, I'm going to connect A to the center, and then I'm going to connect A prime to the center. So you can see this makes a 90-degree angle, but it's going clockwise. So this is going a negative 90 degrees. Or instead of negative 90, you could say it's going a positive 270 degrees. So it's going all the way around this way. So for the second one, if I connect A to A double prime, this is going 180 degrees. So it can either go a positive 180 or negative 180, because that's going to be the same. If I connect, I'll change colors again. If I connect A to A triple prime, this makes a 90-degree angle. So it could either be going 90 degrees this way, which is a positive 90, or it could be going 270 degrees this way, so it's negative 270 degrees. So basically, positive 90 is the same thing as negative 270. Positive 270 is the same thing as negative 90. So when you rotate something, you have what's called a center of rotation. So the center of rotation is going to be equidistant to the point, and then you have your angle. So your angle can be positive or it can be negative. So down here, example 1, rotate negative 27 180 degrees. So negative 27 is going to be off our chart again. So this is going to be B. Now, if I connect, and it really should say, or it should be written that this is going about the origin. We're going to do all of them about the origin here. So I'm going to connect B to the origin. And if I want to go 180 degrees, it's going to make a straight line. So B prime is going to be basically 2, negative 7. So the x and the y are both opposite signs. So if you rotate something 180 degrees, x, y is going to turn into opposite x, opposite y. You can also think about it rotating 180 degrees as a double reflection. So you're reflecting over the y-axis to be here, then you're reflecting over the x-axis to be down here. Or it doesn't even matter what order. You could reflect here first and then reflect over here. You're still going to get the same result. Okay, then rotate B negative 90 degrees. So if I have negative 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 up here, this is B, and I'm rotating it negative 90 degrees. So you're rotating it about the origin. Again, it should say the origin. I'm going to connect it here, and this purple needs to be equidistant. So it's going to be about over here. The slope's going to be the same. See, I went down 6, right 4. So 6 and a 4. I'm going to go up 4 and right 6 over here. So this point's going to be 6, 4. This is a 90-degree angle, and it's rotated just like pivots this way, 90 degrees. It'd be better if I had better graph paper that went that far. Probably should have went this at a better angle, like this is more 90 degrees. Okay, just like with reflections, we did matrices. You actually also have rotation matrices. So your rotation matrix for 90 degrees is, you still write it on the left-hand side, so 0, negative 1, 1, 0. And this time I'm going to write these ordered pairs. So A is negative 2, 0, B is 0, 3, and C is 1, negative 2. So make sure your X goes on the top, y goes on the bottom, x goes on the top, y goes on the bottom, x goes on the top, y goes on the bottom. So now you're going to multiply these two matrices. So this times this is going to be your first one. So this is going to be 0. Then this times this is going to be -3. Then this times this is going to be 2. And then now I'm going to go second row, first column. That's going to be 2. This times this is going to be 0. This times this is going to be 1. So your A prime is going to be 0, 2. Your B prime is going to be -3, 0. And your C prime is going to be 2, 1. So I'm going to plot each of those. So 0, 2 is A prime, -3, 0, B prime, and 2, 1 is C prime. So the figure is an isometry. It should be the same shape, same size, just rotated. Okay, then 180 degrees. I'm going to look at my 180 degree sheet and, oh wait, I'm looking at this one. Oops, I did this wrong. So, if I had -90 or 90 degrees clockwise is -90, I actually should have looked at 270 degrees on my sheet. Because -90 is the same thing as +270. So this matrix should have been 0, 1, -1, 0. So it would look different. But I think I did that right in the other key. So, okay, sorry about that. So then 180 degrees is the same thing as -180, same thing as +180. You're still using this matrix. So now you're going to write A is -3, 3, B is 0, 3, C is -1, 0. So your X goes on the top, your Y goes on the bottom. You can use matrix multiplication again. So -1, this would be 3. -1, this would be 0. And then -1, 0, this would be 1. Now I'm going to do the second row. So this would be -3. This would be -3 again. This would be 0. So your A prime, X is on the top, Y is on the bottom. B prime, X is on the top, Y is on the bottom. C prime, X is on the top, Y is on the bottom. So I'm going to graph that. So C prime is going to be right here. A prime, 3, -3 is going to be right here. B prime, 0, -3 is going to be here. So that is 180 degrees. And then hopefully, stay in the lines a lot better than I did. I'm getting sloppy. And then I'll do one more so you kind of get the gist of it. So 90 degrees, +90. Okay, so +90 I do 0, -1, 1, 0. Always make sure that you put this on the left-hand side. And then I write that X is 1, 0. Y is 4, -3. And Z is 0, -3. So put the X on the top, the Y on the bottom. Put the X on the top, the Y on the bottom. X on the top, Y on the bottom. So you're going to multiply these matrices. So when you multiply the first row by the first column, you get 0. First row by second column, you get 3. First row by third column, you get +3. Second row by first column, you get 1. Second row by first column, you get 4. Second row by third column, you get 0. So that means that X prime is right here, is 0, 1. Y prime is 3, 4. and then Z prime is 3, 0. So X prime right here, Y prime right here, and then Z prime right here. And that is a 90-degree rotation. Okay, so it's going, starting at the center, it's going this way, 90 degrees.